1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run. Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 14 yards into Chicago first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively. No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. The Bears entering play, looking for win. The year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. He'll get that complete to his tight end Cole Kmet. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State, and he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Deshaun Jackson. scoring a touchdown against his former mates.
And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. Boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
To throw is Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. A big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. 7-7, our score after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Fields.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Once more, Montgomery.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
David Montgomery, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Fields now to throw.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Here's Fields.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it just before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched him move for move and knocked it away.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a couple of team here on 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
One more time.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to a running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Wentz.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 24. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you know.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
There he goes left side. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick-6, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good that first step towards forcing them to settle. Thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Montgomery will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They run the jet sweep, Dotson.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
82.
To throw his wins.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that will be incomplete. Not scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought. Maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On the return is Pettis.
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Here's Fields.
Got an open man. It's Pringle.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5.
And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the gun on third down, Fields.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Again, Fields.
He's got a man here. It's Montgomery.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
Touchdown.
David Montgomery.
His third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out left to Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Wentz going to look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And some room to roll now. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, 43 yards. And the Bears are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
One last shot at the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Bears, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.